Heyo! Ashley Monet here. I've got some bonus content for you guys this week. Now, the original plan was to revisit my Pantone challenge. I know you guys were loving that and very ready for the next installment. I am going to circle back to that. I'm not going to leave you hanging, but this week it just was not happening for me. I am tired. I think I put way too much effort into my mermaid video last week. That was a lot to do in addition to the Create This books, and honestly, I just did not have it in me this weekend. I wanted something chill, something relaxing, something on the easier side, so we're gonna be doing some coloring. I always love coloring. Now, the book I'm gonna be coloring in is actually one created by another YouTube artist, Anchored Art Designs. Now, I'm not collabing with her for this video. I honestly just bought this coloring book back when it was released. I've been meaning to color in it, I just haven't gotten around to finding time, but we have time today. So this book is Just Add Sparkles. Now, I like this book. I will say it doesn't seem to really have a cohesive theme other than things that can be sparkly, but that's also really cool. There's a huge variety. There are pictures of people, there are pictures of objects, there are pictures of food. There are holiday pictures. So many different options. Now, I have picked out 3 pages to do in this book. I'm excited to get started. So enough of me talking. Let's jump right in and see what I can create. All right out of the gate, I think it makes sense to start with the page that has the cover image for the book. This little spacey lava lamp. So fun. I'm going to use my alcohol markers, so let me just slide a piece of paper back here to prevent bleed through. One nice thing about this book is there's nothing printed on the reverse side of any of these pages, so if you use markers, you're not ruining a page on the back. I love that. So obviously, I wanted to stick with the space theme, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to do something more realistic with galaxies all over. Looking at the line work, I was swayed by these stars. They just don't scream realism, so I chose to go a little more whimsical and fun. My inspiration for this one? The Rainbow Road course in Mario Kart. Yes! First things first, gotta color in those rainbow elements. I chose to stick with pastels for this, and I love how it turned out. Okay, rainbow, check. Now for the little planets inside the lamp, I decided to use the colors that would most contrast the lava behind them. So since this one was by the cool colored lava, I used pink and orange. This one was in front of the warm colored lava, so I used blue and green. Next, I decided to color the lamp base. I thought a classic silver would look nice, so I used a few shades of gray to give the illusion of shiny metal. Love that look. Now time to get spacey. Using black to color in the space behind the lava and the stars and the planets. I am covering up some of the printed sparkles here, but don't worry, I'll bring them back. I feel like that little area took me quite a while. After that, I definitely wasn't trying to use marker to fill in the entire background. So, acrylic paint swoops in to save the day. Next, I added some shadows to all of those little lamp elements. And I wanted the moon and stars to be silver as well, so I tried going in with the same colors I used on the lamp base. But the problem was at this point now everything's blending together. Then I had a light bulb realization and busted out the metallic silver gel pen instead. I mean, the answer was so simple all along. Okay, now I gotta start adding back in some of those sparkles and stars. I did a handful using the silver gel pen, and that's what I wanted to use to sign the page, so I went ahead and did that. But then came the white, which means it's juicy highlight time. Okay, I feel like I may have possibly overdone the stars in the background, but you know what? I don't care. Like, this book is all about sparkles, so I am embracing that. I did decide to try and give them a little more flow by adding some kind of like cloudy white swirls to the background. And honestly, I think that was the last little touch it needed to call it finished. I like this one a lot. I definitely think we dove right into the whole sparkle thing, and I do get the Rainbow Road vibe I was going for, so I'm calling this one a success. The next page I want to color is conveniently right behind this one. This kind of glam girl with a butterfly tattoo putting on some lip gloss. The whole vibe of this drawing immediately made me think of Bailey Sarian, and I decided I needed to turn this into her. I started by tweaking the line work a little, adding her piercings and tattoos in. Now, I feel like a lot of my viewers share my dark interests and probably already know who Bailey is, but I'm sure there are some who don't, so don't worry, boo-boo, I got you. Bailey Sarian is one of my all-time favorite YouTubers and has a series called Murder, Mystery, and Makeup where she talks about true crime and does her makeup at the same time. Now, I personally couldn't care less about the makeup part. I mean, don't get me wrong, she has talent and she always looks like $1,000,000. But I really just watch for the true crime stories and her like perspective and attitude toward them. You know, most true crime YouTubers will talk about how tragic a case is and be very serious and somber about it. Bailey will straight up give all of the gory details and be like, can you believe this sick piece of shit? I mean, I love it. Okay, so I have to be clear. Bailey has a lot of tattoos. She is constantly moving in her videos, and that makes it really hard to definitively see what all of her tattoos are. I did my best here. I already know some are way off, and I had to work in this butterfly that she definitely doesn't have, so nobody come for me. I know this isn't very accurate. Also, I was definitely watching Bailey as I colored this page. I mean, I had to. So here's where things get tragic. My camera lost focus as I went to start coloring, and I didn't realize it until the page was finished. No. Ugh, it's painful to watch. I'm just gonna super speed through this time lapse since the footage is all garbage and you'll be able to see the details in the aftershot. Sorry about that. She is all finished. I'm so sad because this was definitely my favorite page of the video. I absolutely love my Bailey, but that footage was just horrible. The technology has failed me. Well, it's on to the last page. This one is a cute little mushroom fairy. Oops, scrunchy bomb. Let me get my hair tied up. I was coming back to this after lunch and didn't think ahead there. But yeah, she's a mushroom fairy based off of one of the Create This Book 2 pages Anchored Art Designs did. I love it. I just need to take it a little darker. You guys know me. Also, I got really cold after lunch, so you see me putting on a hoodie. Wardrobe change. Okay, this time I'm gonna start with the background. I chose watercolor for this one in a lovely green. You know, she doesn't have any wings, so maybe she's not a fairy after all. Maybe she's more like a mushroom forest nymph. Either way, I chose a green background for the foresty vibe. Then I went in with my trusty micron to add some extra fine line details. And now on to the coloring. I started with the mushroom stems and gills. I called the mushroom caps mushroom tops in an old video and got reprimanded by the YouTube know-it-all police. So since then, I have researched mushroom anatomy and will refer to the mushroom components by their proper names. Stems and gills. I wanted her to have a super blushy cheek and nose area, so I started working on blending that out. Overall, though, I want her to be very pale, ghostly pale, and my vision was for her to have silver hair. So I started by adding some light gray shadows, but something about her was looking a little too flat, like she wasn't colored enough. So I went back in and added more color to her skin and a touch of pale yellow to her hair. I'm conflicted over this because I think it made it look better overall, but it took me further away from the ghostly pale silver-haired nymph I wanted to create. Gave her some green eyes to pop with the background. And also a green shadow all around her because I already had the greens out, I guess. I don't know. I did it, okay? It's done. Next, I used 2 very dark shades of gray to color her eyebrows and her lipstick and her eye makeup. I want the mushroom caps and her dress to be black, so I'll use that dark gray to highlight those areas. And now for all of the black. This girl is drawn with a few of those mushroom spots or scales on her face and neck. I colored those black and added a few more on her shoulders. And then I made all of the scales gold with my metallic gel pen. I will say with the scales on her face and body, this almost made them look like leopard spots. But I do really love the look on the mushrooms. Also added some gold to those sparkles in the background. And now for this whopper of a fungus. Yes, golded up. Nice. Let me clean up some outlines. And of course, she needs a little bit of juicy highlight action. And with that, she's done. I love her look. I love her vibe. I love the colors. I had a ton of fun coloring her. Let's go ahead and take a quick look back at everything we colored today. First, the rainbow spacey lava lamp. Love, love, love. My beautiful Bailey Sarian. Really wish my footage would have gone better for this one, but that's okay. End result hopefully speaks for itself. And of course, the Mushroom Forest Nymph. She's absolutely gorgeous, and that is a wrap on me coloring for today. I had so much fun doing this, and if you guys are interested in Just Add Sparkles, the coloring book, I'm gonna go ahead and link it in the description, okay? It's on Amazon. But thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.